You look ahead, and in the distance, you can see a beautiful, enchanted, magical looking forest. As you approach the forest, you see that there's a lovely path leading into the forest. Take the path, walk into the opening. You are now inside the wonderful, enchanted forest. Look all around you. See the little star-like flowers. See the cluster of lady slippers growing by the side of the tree. And as you walk along the path, the soft dirt path, you notice that there's the most beautiful twisting and twining ivy along the edge of the path. The moss on the rocks and on the floor of the forest is a beautiful emerald green, and the dew on the forest leaves sparkles like little gems, also green like emeralds. It's a beautiful, peaceful, wonderful forest. Everything growing here is just perfect. But listen, you can hear a sound coming from the side. It sounds as though something is moving in the forest. Let your eyes follow the sound and look. Just ahead in the clearing is the most beautiful, darling, speckled fawn. The fawn sees you, and it leaps, and it hides behind a tree, and just peeks its sparkling eyes out from around the tree to be sure that you are there. Approach the fawn. Put your hand out to it. Speak to it. Speak to the darling fawn. Just as you come close, almost ready to touch the fawn, it leaps again and frolics and runs behind another tree. You follow the fawn. It wants to play, and there it goes, leaping, hiding behind another tree and another. You follow the fawn. That's what its eyes are saying. Come with me. As you follow the fawn, and as you get close to it, it leaps ahead and goes to another tree. All of a sudden, you're aware of the fact that you've been moving quite a distance in this forest, and you can see the sunlight begin to filter down through the trees. One of the rays of sun is shining on the back of your little fawn, and your little fawn looks back to you again to be sure that you're there, looking for reassurance. And you follow the fawn, and the fawn leaps and frolics and goes closer and closer to the edge of the forest. Now you are aware that the forest edge is thinning. More and more light is becoming visible, and the fawn is standing right at the edge of the forest, and a now beautiful, wonderful, magical thing is happening. The path of the forest is beginning to open, and the rays of sun come through, shining on the path. The fawn pauses and looks back at you, and you nod your head and say, "Yes, it is time." The fawn very slowly, very gently, very easily makes his way timidly along the path of the forest. All at once, the fawn finds itself out in the sunshine and looks back at you once more, urging you to follow. Now you are out in the sunshine, and you stroke and pat and hold the little fawn close to you. It's time now to return to your favorite place in nature where you left your conscious mind resting. I'm going to count up from 1 to 5, and as I do, you will become more alert, feeling as though you have experienced a wonderful, refreshing nap. Even though your journey into the beautiful forest is now over, you'll remember always the wonderment of having known your fawn in this forest, where the fawn grew and played with you and became such a darling little being. Get ready to come back now, more and more alert, beginning to move your feet and then your hands. 3, 4, 5. Wide awake, alert, feeling refreshed, and feeling very good about the experience of finding and bringing your own little fawn out into the world.